Just driving along and horses in the middle of the moors here. I nearly run them over. There was one on each side and I just kept going, and then I noticed what they were and I stopped. Beautiful animals. Have a nice day. Good morning and welcome. Where have I brought you today? I've brought you here, Caratacus Stone. It doesn't look like much from there. This is just an outer shell. They built this in, I think, 1908, just to protect it from the weather. The stone itself is inside. Come and take a look. So here it is. It's an ancient stone. I say ancient, it's from the 6th century. Just one stone, and they built this outer wall to protect it from the weather. Now, the one thing I do love about this is actually a very special stone, but what I really like about this is it's got an inscription on there. Now, it is very weathered, you can't read it very well, but just trust me, okay? It says Karakai Netvers, okay? Karakai Netvers, but it should actually read Karatakai Netvers. It's been spelt slightly wrong. And what that means, what it translates to, is basically grandson or immediate descendant of Caratacus. So, when the archaeologists came over here and they took a look at this and they thought, oh, direct descendant of Caratacus, there might be a body under there, so let's dig it up. So the archaeologists did a dig here. No body. It is literally just a stone. Now, I suppose you're wanting to know who Caratacus is. Well, let me try and tell you. Now, I'm going to struggle with this because I've no internet, so I can't check my facts and things. But Caratacus was a chieftain of Britain. He was like the king of Britain back in, I believe the years were 46 to 50 AD. I think it was just for 4 years. But during that 4 years, the Romans tried to invade England, and Caratacus held them back. What a man! Him and his army did away with the Romans. They couldn't get in. So I believe that's on the first time the Romans came to try and invade England. They came back and managed it eventually, but not while this guy was our chief, our king, the King of England. And as I say, that inscription says direct descendant of Caratacus. So this dates from about 400-500 years after he was alive. So I'm guessing this is like his great-great-great-great-grandson's idea. He's put this here to basically say, you know what, proud of what you did, great-great-great-great-great-great-granddad. I'm going to put this stone here so everyone remembers you for being the fantastic chief of Britain that you were. What a man, Caratacus. I love him. I've never met him, don't know him, don't know his family, don't know much about him apart from that stone, really, and what I read on Wikipedia, but I love him. You know, anyone who's called chieftain of Britain gets a round of applause from me. Well done, pal. Proud of you. So just to think that a direct descendant of a British chieftain, a British king, if you like, actually put that stone there, it makes me feel quite in awe, really. You know, that we've both stood in exactly the same place and both touched the same stone. Great bit of history, that one. Something else to show you now. Come with me. By the way, them ponies were Exmoor ponies. They just roam wild here in the moorland. It's beautiful, is Exmoor, by the way. A very foggy day, but as I've said that, when I arrived here, it was very foggy. You could hardly see a thing, but it's just lifted in the last 10 minutes. We're heading on down to our next destination now, which is Tarr Steps. That's T-A-R-R. Little stream down there. So I'm guessing the steps are down here, which basically there's some very, very old steps, I believe, which go over the river. So let's go take a look. So this is Tarr Steps. We're right in the heart of Exmoor here. It's really quite pretty in the middle of the woods. Tarr Steps, it's a bridge. It's a clapper bridge. Now, I don't know if you know what a clapper bridge is. It comes from the medieval word claparius, which basically means pile of stones, and that's what it is. It's just a pile of stones. What you've got here, there's actually 17 like runs, if you like. 17 of them go all the way along with these huge slabs on top, and the slabs weigh between 1 and 2 tons each. Now, back in 2012, the bridge collapsed during a really heavy flood. The bridge collapsed, and some of these top stones went 50 metres downstream, and they weigh 1 to 2 tons. So you can imagine the force of the river back then. That was in 2012, and they repaired it. The same happened this November just gone, and it said that they were going to repair it, but I didn't know they had repaired it. But looking at it, it's all been done, repaired, sorted, top notch, looks good. So they reckon it's medieval, but some people think it could be as old as the Bronze Age. You know, how can they get the dates mixed up so much? How can they not know if it's 3,000 years old or 700 years old? Surely some historians, some archaeologists, somebody should be able to date that bridge. Now, there's a great legend associated with this bridge. It is said that it was built by the devil, okay? The devil built this and he wouldn't let anyone cross. He'd kill anybody who tried to cross. So the local people sent a cat over the bridge to see if this was true. The cat started going over the bridge. The devil met him halfway, and the devil vaporised the cat. It disappeared. So they thought, I'll tell you what, if it is the devil, I think we better send someone godly. So they sent the local vicar. The local vicar went, got halfway across the bridge, and the devil confronted him. The devil says, "Oi, this is my bridge, you little... You know what? You're not coming over here, I'm going to kill you." And the vicar says, "I don't think so, pal, I've got God on my side." So they had a massive fight in the middle of the bridge. There were punches thrown and kicks. You wouldn't expect it from a vicar, would you? Anyway, the vicar were quite hard, he were a big guy, and the devil ain't as big as he looks. He's got a lot of powers, but he wasn't as hard as people might think he was. So anyway, they both got really tired. The vicar was winning, but they were getting really tired, and the devil just turned around and says, "I'll tell you what, look, all right, pal, you and all your mates, you can all come over this bridge, but not when I'm sunbathing." This is a true myth, I'm not making this up. He says, "You can come over it, but not when I'm sunbathing. When I'm sunbathing, nobody comes on this bridge." So that is the myth, the legend of Tarr Stones. The beautiful, beautiful bridge. I'm really glad I came here now. As you can see, there's a lot of canoeists getting ready to go down the river. Beautiful place. So the last place I've brought you to today is Robbers Bridge. Robbers Bridge. It's known as Robbers Bridge because this is very well known bandit country. Oh yes, a lot of robberies have taken place around this bridge. You can imagine highwaymen over the centuries robbing stagecoaches as they come over the bridge. Now this is associated with a very famous book which I've never heard of, so it isn't that famous. It was written by R.D. Blackmore, and the novel was called Lorna Doone. Now this is Doone, we're in Doone. This is Doone Valley, or Doone Forest, or Doone something, that's where we are. And the guy wrote his book about this Lorna Doone, based on here. So if you've read the book, or you've heard of the book, you'll be quite excited about this. If you haven't, it's just a bridge. All I know about Lorna Doone is that she was married to someone called Jan Rid, or Jan Rid. Now, any man who's called Jan, there's something wrong. Unless you're Danish, there's no excuse. But it is a very nice, quaint, sexy little bridge, and honestly, it's stunning. Absolutely stunning. Just look at all this moss on the walls. Absolutely wonderful. Such a wonderful place here. Somebody's decided to, looks like they've scattered some ashes here for Terry Emery. He had a good innings, nearly 80 years old, bless him. And what a place to rest. Robbers Bridge. So that's your lot for today, guys. A bit of sightseeing for you. I hope you didn't mind that. I'll try and find somewhere to metal detect tomorrow, but I'm still finding it difficult. Around this area now, after Minehead, it seems to be it's all like boggy, muddy sea around Bristol and all around there. When I have finished here, I might have to go right round and straight into Swansea to where the beaches start again. But in the meantime, I have got some fields coming up in the next few days, fingers crossed. I can't give you an update on the charity because I've not posted the last video yet, and in other words, I haven't had a donation in the last 24 hours. So please guys, remember what I'm doing this for, Rays of Sunshine, to try and make dreams come true for terminally ill and seriously ill children. Thank you very much for watching today. I'll see you all tomorrow, bright and early. Have a lovely day.
If you'd like to donate to Rays of Sunshine, simply click the link in the description below and don't forget to subscribe to this channel.